if you're someone who is building iOS application and want to upgrade their UI components, want to understand how SwiftUI works, and they don't want to go into the hell of the documentation reading, then this video is for you, because I am creating a series where I will be covering the basic of iOS application, which will help you from a no code person to someone who knows how to code in Swift and how to use AI and leverage it to build iOS application. So let's get into the video. So right now you can see this is the documentation of SwiftUI, and if you want something like, for example, search, so adding a search interface to your app. So if you click this one, it is good. It is good for someone who understand documentation, because this is a lot of text and this is explained in really good way for iOS as well as for Mac OS application. And if you want, for example, AI to understand this documentation, you can refer this one. But if you want to understand it fundamentally, then it becomes a little bit tougher for a beginner. So what a beginner can do to get started with iOS development and the understanding the basics of UI design, then this guide will help. So you can see this is a SwiftUI tutorials, which again I will link in the description and the YouTube comment, and you can see how to create a combining views, building list and navigation, drawing path and shape. So you can refer this to understand how to build something. So create and combining views, and you can see how to customize the text view. So if you go here, how to customize text view, this is a simple animation to understand how to, give different styles to text view. And again, if you go to some stacks, this again gives you what are edge stack, what are spacers, and this is something like that. Now again, if you go to something called a custom image view, how to build something with clipper, for example, like the circle image from a square image. So you can see you need an image, this is the image name, and clip shape circle, and you are referring that circle in the preview. So you can use this tutorial to understand how you can modify a particular view. But right now you don't want to get into the complexities and you want more to learn, then I have something called Play. So this is a Create with Play, the real website. So if you go to Create with Play, for example, here, okay, let me just go to create with play.com. So if you go here and if you search here, so you can see design, prototype and ship with the power of Play AI. So right now what they do, like you can create something similar to Figma. So in Figma, you create components and you export that to some developer, but this is defined for iOS and SwiftUI. So this is a niche specific problem statement they are solving, and this is a great use case for us to learn something from it. So you can see how to design, how to do, and it comes with free tier, paid tier. So if you want, like for example, if you're building something with UI and you want the code as well, which Figma also offers for web development, then you have to buy this $40 plan. But if you are in the free plan, you can take the reference and understand how the UI works. So we will use the free plan to understand and learn how to build UI component. So this is Play. So I was playing with something called symbols and all. So I was playing how to create image views and all. So if you're someone who wants to experiment first in the prototype, like in the blank canvas, they can do it before prompting to AI. So what happens is that AI is not very good in designing or not very good at understanding what you want to talk about. So you can build a simple like prototype or layout, and you can pass that screenshot to AI, and you can say that I'm maybe using SwiftUI button, I'm maybe using large button, or maybe I'm using a picker. So you can list that, you can talk in particular that language of AI. So AI will understand and AI will use that particular SwiftUI component. So that way it will help. So if, for example, if I'm using slider here, so if I'm using slider, so I can say I need a slider, and again I need a slider, and the size is 26, or maybe the level is 26, and I need minimum fill as blue or something like that, like this one. So min max, and then if I want to position itself, and if I want to create a component or not. So even I'm not sure how to use it properly, but at least I will get the name of the components to understand how to prompt it with AI. So this is actually a great way. So you can see Z stack, V stack, H stack, page loader, spacer, glass effect container, then text field, activity indicator, picker, date picker, compact, color wall, and different buttons. Then we have the gauge, then we have the chart, then we have the map, web view, camera, So if I press this camera here, if I bring it here, so you can see if I like play this with interaction, let me reload this prototype. So it will reload this prototype in an iPhone simulator, so I can test this application live in an iPhone like iOS application. Okay, I think it should work. I'm not sure why it is not working. All right. So press A to add. Okay. Tap. Okay. Okay, it is different. So this trigger is different. I don't want to use this. So I think I can play this one. You can see a simulator open iPhone 16. So I will do iPhone 16 and let's see whether it opens this application or not. So you can see I can play with this UI. I can do this one and I can also choose color and also whatever I have done. Like this is image and this is video, then this is camera. So yeah, this is how it works. So it is not working right now because I've not used it, but you understand the context, you understand the gist of how to use this to test live the UI. And you can see SVG image. So if I place this image here and if I delete this one, if I delete this one, let me delete this one. So if I do this and if I press then maybe I need a VStack. So I will do a VStack here. And then again, I need an image. Sorry, image I need. So I will do this one. And okay. So I can do text as well. Okay, let me just do one more thing. Press and text. Then you have to drop it here. So since you have seen that I've dropped it here, I need to change the color. So I need to change it to black. So this is how you draw the text, like the image text. And if I want to center it, I can center it and I can move it here also in the V stack. So this is left aligned. If you want your children to be center aligned, you can center it as well. If you want your children to be like at the start or the end, so maybe in the start, and this is how you work. So you can see this align children as in the middle, so in that particular V stack. Now if I bring another component here, so maybe this image like the view, and if I press this, so it is actually an image. So right now I don't have any image right now with me, so that's why you cannot see any image. So let me search for an image. So let me just put this image or maybe this image. So you can see this image is actually put. So let me just clear this one. So this is done and you understand that why it is not full mode and all. So that is what we have to learn, what we have to configure. Okay. So let me just do this one. Okay. So right now the V stack is actually limiting it. So if we increase the size of V stack, then this image but view will look good. Okay. I have again worked. Yep, you can see this how you can work with it, and if you go here you will get all the configuration like what is the width, what is the height, what is the scale, and you can talk with AI with this particular terminologies which will actually help you to understand how it works. Now if you need the Swift code, you can get the Swift code if you are paying for this particular $40 like $40 per month plan or this $30 per month plan. So if you pay for this, then you will get the code, otherwise you won't get the code, but at least you get the understanding of how to understand the components, how to lay out them, how to build it, and you can like do a quick prototype early before you give that prompt to AI. So this is a really a helpful guide in my opinion, which you can use, and you can go here and the components and you can see what components I've used, what pages I have. So I was playing with this particular page. So right now you can see this image, how to upload this image and push to take photo, then an text. So this is how you can use it. So I will see you in the next video with another implementation and something related to iOS. And till then, take care and bye.